Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. We're gonna do some quick, simple, and fun Christmas DIYs today. So the first thing we're gonna do is a pine cone Christmas tree ornament. So come along with me and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Alright, so first you're going to find a pine cone of your choosing. This is a real pine cone I pulled straight off the tree in my yard. You can find one anywhere on the ground, off a tree, or heck, you can even buy a plastic one, a fake one at a craft store or decor store or wherever you want. If you choose to use a real pine cone and that you bring in from outside, please remember that it will probably be filled with bugs, so you need to properly inspect it thoroughly before you continue with the decorating, because there could be little bitty creatures, little buggas, living inside. So the first step, after of course you get all the bugs out, is we are going to take this little sponge painter and some sparkle Mod Podge, and we're going to paint the entire surface of the pine cone. Okay, so I took my sparkle Mod Podge and my little sponge brush and dipped and dabbed all over my entire pine cone, and this is the desired effect. What we're going for here is this Mod Podge will dry mostly clear, and then it will leave the ends and tips of the pine cone all glittery. Some of it will not dry completely clear, and that's fine because it will give it kind of a snowy effect, like we took the pine cone out of the snow. So we are going to leave this here to dry on the paper plate for a while, and while it dries we are going to move on to our next project, which is a vanilla body scrub. Alright, we are moving on to project number 2, which is a homemade vanilla sugar body scrub. So this is super easy and simple and makes an amazing little gift for Christmas. What you will need is a glass jar, optional are a bow and some ribbon, measuring cup, granulated sugar or whatever regular sugar you use, cane sugar, brown sugar, coconut oil, and vanilla. That's all you need to make this a super simple little gift. So what we're going to do is take, let's see, a half a cup of sugar and half a cup of brown sugar, and put this in our cup and into a bowl. So half a cup of sugar, going to fill up a measuring cup now, with half a cup of brown sugar.
Can I eat this?
No, you cannot eat that. Oh, the fun of baking with children. Okay, that should be pretty good, and we're going to put that in the bowl with our sugar. The next step is to melt some coconut oil so it's nice and liquidy, and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in with our sugar. If I said a tablespoon, I meant teaspoon, so 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. I'm going to write down the ingredients and measurements for this in the description box to make it easier for you. I put in an extra half a teaspoon of coconut oil because there's just, I just really need to make sure that this is going to mix together really well. The next step is to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Peekaboo. Alright, now that we've got our teaspoons of vanilla in, we're just going to mix this all together really well so it kind of sticks, almost as if it was going to be like dough.
Peekaboo.
No peekaboo. So we're mixing this together really well and kind of trying to pat down all of the brown sugar and make sure there's no clumps in it. Make sure it's nice and smooth, because remember, this is a body scrub. Move your little hands. So we want it to be the right kind of consistency to be a really good quality body scrub, because the person you're gifting this to is really going to love this, and it smells so good. So we really just want to make sure this is mixed up really well. Okay, we've mixed up our scrub really well, and now we're going to pack it into this little jar. Okay. Okay, so we've packed our scrub into this jar. It's all nice and neatly packed in there. It smells like vanilla and coconut oil, and you're ready to gift it. So just put on a bow and a ribbon, whatever you want to decorate it with, a name tag, and there you have the perfect little homemade gift. And there's the finished product. As you can see, this is not the right kind of ribbon to tie a bow, but you get the idea. So vanilla sugar body scrub, perfect little gift. Now let's go check on our pine cone. Okay, check out our pine cone. It's all dry, and look at that. Oops, try to get it in the frame here. So now the next step is we're going to cut off a piece of this twine and glue it to the top of the pine cone so we can hang it on the tree. Alright, so our glue is finally dry, and look how amazing this turned out. So just glued the twine on top, and it looks like a sparkly snow-colored pine cone. And now for the last part, we're going to tie a ribbon on the top and go put it on the tree. So I waited overnight for the pine cone to continue drying, because there were still some really thick sticky spots. I was not able to tie the bow up top. I'm really bad at tying bows. So I'm just going to hang this on the tree as is, and I will post a picture of what it is supposed to look like for your reference. So here we go, hanging it right here on the tree. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.